Hey guys, welcome back to Man Interest 1-1. This is your boy Hellfish6 or Cuba Libre 1-1. Probably more Cuba Libre 1-1 since I've been playing a lot of PlayStation lately. Though I haven't been uploading anything. Apologize for the background. I'm trying to use this little effect deal on Photo Booth to cover up the mess that I have in the background. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, I'm thinking about just making this more of a sports related channel than anything. A lot of content out there for video games. Really, I've just been playing a lot of Destiny anyway, some Ghost Recon Wildlands, but there's a lot of people that do that a whole lot better than I do. So I'm thinking I'm just going to stick to sports and maybe some political analysis. See how that goes. But get straight to the point. We have Triple G versus Daniel Jacobs this weekend at Madison Square Garden. I wish so badly I can go to that fight. Sold out within minutes though. I'm sure the tickets, are going to go for the hundreds tomorrow night if you try to show up to the Garden and buy those tickets. So looks like it's a HBO pay-per-view for me, and haven't bought a fight since the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, which of course turned into a pretty big boring dud, but that is not going to be the case this time. I think you get a Triple G fight, you're going to get a KO. And not only that, on the undercard, you got Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez fighting as well, who a lot of people have him rated as number one pound for pound. So you're going to get your money's worth if you decide to pick this up on pay-per-view. Roman Gonzalez, like I said, a lot of people have number one in the world. I would love, a dream scenario would be to see him fight high-tech Lomachenko. It's not going to happen. Lomachenko fights at 130. Gonzalez is a much smaller guy. It'll have to be a heck of a catch weight for Lomachenko to go down and for Gonzalez to go up. So, man, that would be a heck of a fight. But really, the big fight, the main event, is going to be Triple G. This is his first, a lot of people saying his first major test. I think David Lemieux was a pretty good test for him as well. He just made it look easy. And now you've seen over this past weekend when Lemieux knocked out Curtis Stevens in dramatic fashion that Lemieux is no joke. And Gennady made him look like like a journeyman. I don't think this is Triple G's first major test, but it's been hyped that way. And I think you're going to see the same thing happen. I think a lot of the betting guys in Vegas, they're predicting it this way. I think you're going to see Gennady come out a little slow. He's going to work the jab. He's going to start getting some feelers out there in Jacobs, and I think you're going to see Jacobs try to grab a page off of what Kell Brook did in Gennady's last fight. I see him running around a little bit, try to stay away from those big shots, try to stay away from those vicious body shots, work the jab, frustrate Gennady Golovkin. But eventually he's going to get hit. He's going to get tagged. And I think once he starts getting tagged, he's going to start getting broken down. And I expect a stoppage or a KO probably somewhere between the 7th and the 9th round. Most likely the 8th if I was a betting man. That's what I would bet, a stoppage in the 8th round. And it is going to be another pretty significant win. I really think the biggest challenge out of this fight for Gennady is not going to be the opponent in the ring with him. It's going to be how it does on the pay-per-view buys. Because the real goal for Gennady Golovkin is to get into the ring with Canelo Alvarez and beat him. And even though I think it's a farce that Alvarez is still rated in some magazines as the number one middleweight in the world after he gave up his belt, he still is the lineal champion because he beat the man who beat the man who beat the man. So the goal here for Gennady is not simply just to win and win in dramatic fashion like he has been doing over his last 3-4 years worth of fights. The real challenge here is to make sure he draws a lot of pay-per-view buys and improve his negotiating stance with Canelo Alvarez to make that fight happen in the fall. Now a lot of rumors are saying that Gennady pretty much has a done deal to fight Billy Saunders for the that last remaining belt in Kazakhstan, which I gotta say, I'm surprised that he wants to fight over there. I mean, the money's going to be fighting in Vegas or fighting in New York, so I'm surprised that Billy Saunders has agreed to that. But that's the real challenge, is to get his marketing up, to get his pay-per-view buys up, to start establishing himself as the must-watch attraction in boxing. And really, it is. He's the one. He's KOing everybody, and he does it in pretty dramatic fashion. Canelo Alvarez, you got to give him credit too, though. I mean, his fights are not boring. It's just they're not entertaining because of the way that Canelo comes into the ring with such a massive advantage in all his fights. He's either bringing guys up, he's either making guys fight at a catch weight, or he's fighting guys that he has really no business fighting in the first place. So I think that's going to be the challenge for Gennady Golovkin. It's not simply just winning. I mean, of course, that's the most important thing. This whole stack of cards falls apart if Gennady somehow, loses and Jacobs pulls up, the major upset, then, everything's for naught. But if everything goes as expected, Canelo wins. Canelo gets a stoppage somewhere between the 7th and the 9th. And hopefully this does pretty good buys on HBO pay-per-view. And then Gennady's able to go ahead and fight Billy Saunders to get all the belts this spring. And then we get the showdown in the fall with Canelo Alvarez and Gennady Golovkin. And that would make for a pretty good year of boxing. 2017 to be a pretty good year in boxing. So that's all I gotta say for now. I'll probably make a follow-up video Sunday morning after we watch the fight on Saturday. I think I'm gonna stick more, like I said, make this channel a little bit more of a sports related channel, maybe throw in some politics here and there, see how I feel about that, but definitely do some more analysis on sports, particularly boxing with this upcoming fight. Maybe do some March Madness stuff. So tune in if you guys want to talk boxing or talk sports in general. I look forward to doing that. I probably should work on getting this background fixed, huh? Yeah, I'll figure something out with that. I'm just using photo booth on my Mac. Just wanted to get this video out real quick. So all right, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Leave a comment or let me know what I can do to improve. This is Man Interest Uno, and I am out.